Sada from Poison Rock, and today I have a pleasure to have with me new Skeletal Faces. First of all, how are you? And of course, let's introduce yourself.
I'm Errol Fritz. I play guitar and vocals.
And I'm Don Void. I play drums and some occasional guitar on the records too.
Some occasionally, somewhere here and there.
Occasionally.
Okay, so guys, nice to meet you. And first of all, like we were saying before starting the recording, congratulations for signing with the Peaceville Record for your debut album, Until the Night, because it's not easy. You're the first band that I interviewed that signed with Peaceville Record. So how that happened?
Well, first, yeah, it's really cool to be on Peaceville. It's such a great label,
yeah,
with tons of great artists. I mean, honestly, Peaceville really don't work with any, I guess you could say, mediocre artists, which is
indeed.
Really cool. It's great to be a part of that. It was actually it's a wild story how this all came to be. We almost signed with some other labels.
Okay.
But we didn't even have any connections or friends at Peaceville, but through Sean Pelletier, they became aware of us, and the rest is really history.
That's cool, and really, I mean, congratulations. And the day of the release, is it just by coincidence, or are you planning that?
It's not us who planned it. It was Peaceville all along. I mean, so this record was recorded quite a little bit ago, over a year ago. And it just happened to be with Peaceville's release schedule that this was the date. Of course,
cool.
Yeah, the Day of the Dead. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah, indeed, because it's not something, I mean, it kind of resonates a little bit with your sound.
Yeah. I see that The Cure were inspired by us, and they're releasing the same day.
Yeah. Yeah, and when we released Celestial Disease, that came out the 31st.
Yeah, Halloween 2019.
So it all kind of lined up, and it was by accident, sort of like.
Yeah. Yeah, it's always actually been on accident. We've never like sat out and said like this will be the release date. It's just always happened to kind of come around this time of the year for us.
So the next album should be around 13th, Friday 13th or 17th.
Well, I mean, who knows? It's we haven't even started that yet.
Yeah, because of course, I mean, it's a debut album, but new Skeletal Faces didn't start now. You are out since 2017.
Yeah, correct.
Yeah.
So 2019 was our actual, like, our unsigned debut LP, Celestial Disease.
Okay.
We put that out ourselves, and then in 2021 we had the Sextinction EP.
Okay.
But Until the Night is actually our like major label debut. Okay. And it's the first record too that we did not record ourselves.
Okay. So you had, of course, with the label, they're always like you got the mastering and the producing outside the label, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
This album was recorded by Bill Matoyer, who he did Slayers, Show No Mercy, Hell Awaits, Haunting the Chapel. He did a bunch of DRI, Wasp. I mean, the guy is an absolute legend.
So Until the Night it's literally like a promising, like really good shit out there, you can say. But
I'd like to think so.
I mean, the main material, guys, comes from you. Because of course it's important. I mean, how you two connect and started, at least it's always important to remember how everything started with you. Like you said, okay, we are new Skeletal Faces. We met in a bar, drunk, form a band. How started?
Well, me and Bro, we started the band in 2017. Okay. It was just me and him. I don't know, we just that was the bass player, and we, both of our previous bands were just defunct at the time, and we just decided to collaborate and do this. I came up with the name Skeletal Faces, and then we didn't have a drummer at the time, so we put some ads out, and then we found Donnie, and then
that's
yeah.
So you've been active anyway, even if it's just like say with the Until the Night is where, let's say, like the turning point, the new beginning, we can say, of New Skeletal Faces.
Yeah, you could say that this is almost like a new era of the band.
Okay.
For sure. Yeah, I could see that. So yeah.
And of course,
I think Until the Night does a good job at expanding on what Celestial Disease and Sextinction did. You're going to hear heavier songs. You're going to hear songs that pull even further into goth death rock territory.
Yeah,
it's really like an expansion and evolution on what we've done up until this point.
Yeah, because of course because the main sound, the core on New Skeletal Faces as a sound, what is in your own world? Because of course we don't want to label it like it's a goth, it's a rock and roll whatsoever. I feel that's the core. Could be even just even adjective. It could be, don't know, sadness, melancholy, or whatever whatsoever.
Yeah, I mean it's like dark rock and roll.
Okay.
But I mean, maybe there is more. The foundation of the sound could be more in death rock.
Okay.
But with people kind of describe us as like a mix of death rock, black metal, and glam. I don't know. I'm not against that description. I don't really describe us as that, but that's
what the
majority of maybe what we listen to. But we listen to a lot of different stuff.
Yeah, so, we certainly pull from a lot of influences, and you'll hear that in the record. That's for certain. There are songs that lean in every direction of our interests.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like the blend of sounds. It's not like it works basically. It's not like, oh, we're trying to like concoct this.
I
don't know, this sound. It just kind of happens naturally because that's just kind of what the music that we listen to, and we're not trying to spin into a genre. It's just like what comes out. So
one thing is we seem to have like, we know when a song is a New Skeletal Faces song, and it's a very quick process that we know if something's working or not. So actually the majority of everything you hear on the records comes together fairly quickly, and anything that just isn't really if it's not working like with low effort, then we kind of will just move away from whatever that was. But most everything that we write ends up turning into something. But it's an interesting thing, because if you say we're like a heavy take on goth, like you might think that that's like typo negative, but we don't sound anything like that,
There's let's say that there are influences, but are not that influences. There's something, but with your own sound.
Yeah,
because it's normal. So. Like of course, mentioned like each one of you has its own influences. It's normal. And blended together, that's what you got. That you got different. I mean, of course. I mean, we don't want a copy of other bands, and that's what people think we can hear. Something that it has a little bit of each of you. That comes with your own sound, and it comes, of course, spontaneously. Since you're both of you here asking, which is the main. Let's say the main musician could be, but not only musician. We can go even through this. Movies or I don't know, literature, painting, whatsoever that influence you shaped you as a person, and then as an artist.
Nothing really. I'll be honest with you. Nothing really inspires me. It's actually the lack of inspiration that fuels the music, because I feel like I'm just not very inspired by
Okay.
other songs or other things. It's literally just the emptiness I feel that fuels uh, the music and the art, and the fact that our universe is just so bland and meaningless. I feel like I have to create some sort of feeling and connection that's not there, you know. So to me, that is the inspiration, the lack of inspiration in our world, you know. So
yeah, but that's the interesting thing. It's like the void, the emptiness, that's alright. That's always an inspiration. So could be lack of inspiration, but that's an inspiration anyway.
Yeah, I'll say too. Generally, when I'm writing,
Okay.
I usually write more the less I'm listening and the less I'm consuming. Like when I'm in like a heavy writing mode, I actually don't really listen to any records, or I'll listen to something that is like completely
Okay.
different in genre. Like, of course, big inspirations for me would be bands like Bathory or like Rudimentary Peni or even like Christian Death. But in writing, I don't listen to any of that. I mean, more likely you're going to hear us listening to ABBA and the Bee Gees than any of that if we're writing.
I mean, that I think that each one of us has, you know, the skeleton in the closet we listen to, but which I think are not skeleton, because even myself listens sometimes to Britney Spears and company. And it's like that. You can listen whatever you want and be inspired by, like you said, even the emptiness or the nothing completely, the nothing.
yeah.
So, since there is this, because I think it's interesting being inspired by the lack of inspiration. How does it work, your process of creation of the song, of the lyric wise, even the sound wise?
I mean, when I write a song, I just pick up the guitar and I just start playing, and I don't think about it. I don't think of, oh, I'm gonna write a song today. I just pick it up, and then it just naturally comes out. I'm like, oh, I like that melody or whatever, and I record it, and then I kind of go from there. But yeah, it's a lot of the times it's like I wasn't listening to really anything and trying to, oh, I'm gonna steal from this band's riff. I'm gonna try to write something like that. It doesn't work like that for me. I just pick up the guitar and I just play, and then maybe I'll get on the keyboard and kind of work with some melodies there. Maybe get on the bass, and, like, you know. So yeah,
is it the same for you? Because I usually, whenever I write something for either band, whatever, I'll write it within the first 30 seconds of touching my guitar. Like I don't think I've ever written a song where I actually even have the amp on. It's so quick and out of the blue that inspirational hit. I'll just be sitting there with an unplugged electric guitar, and usually like that's like if something's brewing, it's gonna come right then, you know.
Yeah,
like I don't have time to set everything up or any of that.
Especially with like bass, I feel like I just pick up the bass and I'll just play it not even plugged in, and then that.
Yeah, there it is, you know.
Yeah. So, and of course, how you put all together, because if you're writing something and you're writing something else, how you blend it all and comes out a song.
When we finally get when we get the whole band together, we'll then bounce ideas. Like almost every song it'll be an evolution of structure, and especially like for instance, like the drum patterns, they're always different, and we kind of go through it where I'll play it different ways, and then we'll kind of all settle on what we feel fits the song the best. Same with the structure. A lot of times, like in their raw demo forms, the structure will be like vastly different from the eventual album form, and that's all very collaborative.
Yeah, because a lot of the times I'll write like a composition. I'll put some really shitty drum patterns to it. Donnie will complain, and he'll make it a lot better. So, but like, yeah, I'll have like sort of like a basic idea of the song, and then I'll kind of present it to the band, and then they'll make it sound better.
Yeah. So, and it's the same thing too. Whenever I've written riffs for the band, it will generally just be a riff that I show to Errol that he'll then make into his own, and it goes from there.
Yeah, that shows as well like the chemistry, how you guys work. So I guess you might know since a long time. Or you both got together recently in the last when the band started?
I was in an old band, an old LA band, like a long time ago. That's how I actually became aware of Errol. My old band talked to his old band about playing some shows together, but that never materialized. That was in like 2008 or so, maybe 2010, sometime around then. But we didn't really get to know each other until the band really took shape in 2017. But I still hardly know him. No one knows him.
Come on, let's be honest. No one knows anyone. Never.
Yeah, fully. I don't want to either.
Maybe even not even our parents. We might born from that, but we might never know them for real. So no one, you never start to knowing someone, that's for sure. So you're starting, let's say that you're starting to get making knowledge now, like nice to meet you, shake your hand, this is the first time of you meeting, something like that. And of course, lyric wise, okay, so the theme could be clear, but what is about, because Until the Night, okay, it's out of the first, so people that see this description, like 1st of November out, Peaceville Records, Until the Night. Then I think immediately something about goth or something about Halloween or Samhain for other religion. What is about Until the Night, lyric wise?
Well, the song, the lyrics. I mean, I wrote it very like stream of consciousness.
Okay.
But it does have a theme.
Okay.
And it's just like. It's pretty much just about like, how would I describe it? Just like lost souls gathering and creating chaos and destruction. Like, you know.
I think like musically, this song it always to me felt like almost like a bit of like a call to action, like you know, it's a little more anthemic than our other songs, and
that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious that was going to be a single from day one.
Yeah,
just wait till you hear the next one, though.
Can we say when it's going around, where it's going to be released? Can we at least around, if we can say when?
It's gonna be the next single will come out around the next video should debut right around the time of the album's release.
Okay.
So well, and that's soon now. That's what, a month away?
Okay. So let's say that in this month, because today is the 1st of October. So in this month, people should see a new single and music video you were saying as well released.
Yeah, and you'll be seeing a lot more push on the album now that we're within a month's reach of its release.
Yeah, and I mean, of course, like you were saying that everything before was made by you, like the previous EP. Now that, of course, how does it feel? I mean, now to be like more, let's say a little bit, it's not free, but you are more. Less take care about, you know, like the advertising and everything, the distribution. But how does it feel to be like literally feeling like your work is finally recognized? Because that's important when you're putting your album out there, fucking we are recognized finally. That's freaking cool, especially like you said, it's not easy with Peaceville, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's been great. Honestly, Peaceville have been very supportive. They've been a great label as far as they're not constricting in any way. Some of the previous labels we had talked to had a whole lot of kind of constraints
We've been rejected many times, so
thus is the life of a musician.
Yeah, so we're used to rejection and ridicule and everything worse than that. So it's pretty surprising, like, you know, that
you're taking what you
you know, they see something in us, and that's fucking awesome. So, you know, like,
yeah, and you know, this is kind of a different thing. Realistically, like, I can't think of any other bands that really sound like us, especially not currently.
Yeah, we're the first band of our sound that's been signed to like a label of this status, right? Like,
yeah, I can't think of any. I mean, there are others that, you know, cross into this territory, but not quite like how we are exactly.
Yeah, because that's a cool thing is that as well, because the album is gonna be released. Did you planning some I don't know, release party, some I don't know, bunch of live shows? I don't know.
I think today our record release shows were announced, and there's more to come too. We have some shows coming up with Pentagram around Halloween.
That's cool. That's big.
Yeah, and there are label mates now. So plus, our record release shows. We have Hollywood, San Diego, Portland, Seattle, and we're working on more days.
West Coast and North. Yeah.
Yeah, West Coast, Pacific Northwest, the South, a little bit of the Southwest, and then next year we already have announced we return to Mexico City March 1st, and soon there will be more international new Skeletal Faces shows.
So let's say that for the moment that people that can see you live is gonna be the west part of the east and coast mainly, or United States. Let's say for the people, because otherwise, which West Coast or United States?
Yeah.
And so at the moment, you're staying on U.S. soil. Let's say like that.
Yeah, for the next, I guess you'd say 6 weeks or so. Everything's gonna be relegated to the West Coast and the Southwest and a little bit of the South.
And as a Southwest, because as you know, many people that I talk to, that I interact to, are based in US, and as well like in the Southwest. Southwest, we can know where. So if they are watching the interview, that they mean like Southwest where?
Well, we have Hollywood, San Diego. Keep your eyes open for places like Phoenix, and we have Texas booked. I think that's announced. We have Louisiana, but there's more coming.
Let me know if you got in the area of Oklahoma City. Let me know about that, because I might have someone that could cover photo, like a photo and a live report live there.
Okay, thanks.
Yeah, no, because I have someone that I think she's gonna have fun and can as well do some live reports. It's cool. I mean, at least I signed someone. I would go myself, that I would go myself in LA, in Oceanside first. So,
well, we're certainly hopeful to get our way over to Italy and the rest of Europe. Yeah. So hopefully you'll get a chance to see us sometime next year.
Yeah, of course. In Europe, like there's of course, the main territory for putting the music out there is the mainland, which is like Germany is the land of every musical genre. But for each genre, it could be good France, for example, as well. It's of Belgium, Holland. These are the main states that works in metal.
I know New Skeletal Faces has a significant following in Scandinavia.
It's Norway,
Finland, and Sweden.
Sweden goes a lot as well. There are bands that are literally I could even open for you, or you both play together, like Sisters. They're really cool. If you don't listen to them, take a look. They're really cool. Or even Crash Diet. I don't know if you ever heard about Crash Diet.
Yeah, I've heard of them. Yeah.
They are. It's a kind of let's say hard glam rock, something like that. like a Alice Cooper with punk. It's cool. But so I can see this melting in a good live show. But keep an eye on the festival, especially Sweden Rock Festival.
Yeah.
Definitely you could play that.
We would love to be a part of that whole thing.
Yeah. Because you can definitely turn up in any, especially that festival or European. If you need some names, I'm gonna send it to you, John, anytime, the name of the festival, or some people I may know. And if
thank you.
Yeah, I think as well the label can take care of that as well. And coming back talking on Until the Night, of course, after the full release, if it's okay for you, I would like to do a depth talking about the album and about the songs and everything, and maybe about the video clip that have been released and will be released, or maybe after some live show, so we can blend more a detailed interview about mainly Until the Night After. Looks like the second time new title of the album. But for the people that are looking to pre-order the album and then listen to it, what is suggestion? Suggest to listen straight to, I don't know, one or two songs, or listen to the first to the last?
I mean, we've kind of worked the album as a true album. It's nice and lean too, kind of like our album Celestial Disease. It's a similar length, and we really feel that there's no filler on it. Of course, I think everyone's gonna hear Until the Night and likely the next single the most, but there's a lot of stuff on the album, including the album concludes with us doing a cover of Bathory's Raise the Dead, but in a very in a different manner. It doesn't sound
Skeletal Faces, let's say, sound.
Yeah. It's our approach on a song like that.
And why did you pick this song as a cover?
Well, when we were talking to some of the other labels, there was from them a lot of pressure to do covers. So we did a couple, and this was the one that I think everyone sort of liked the most. It's just a song that makes sense.
Yeah, we also covered the Ramones. I'm not make it to the album.
It's not on the record,
but we do have that cover, and it will be released at some point.
Oh, that's good.
Actually, I did want to cover the Cars.
Yeah, the Cars.
We haven't really got around to playing it.
We'll definitely get to it. I mean, there's a lot in store. Actually, there's a lot of tracks that are not on the album that were recorded. When we recorded with Bill Matoyer, I think we recorded 10 original songs, and then at my own home studio, we recorded a few covers. So 8 tracks are on the album, but there's a lot still to come, even from that from those sessions.
So let's say that there's material already for a new album, let's say a second album with the Peaceville, for example.
It's a small album.
Yeah, it could. I imagine you'll see that stuff released like as EPs, maybe.
As EP.
We have started writing a second full length, but we're not anywhere.
Yeah, I mean, like
we've only just begun writing.
Yeah, just enjoy now. Just enjoy to be starting to do live shows and coming back to do live shows, enjoying the release of the album. Just take this moment for you guys and just enjoy it. I mean, that's the point of celebrating and signing, and it's mainly for you. Aside Peaceville, it's just mainly for you, just releasing an album, going out there, playing live, having fun. That's mainly for that, and especially going abroad as well. So spread the music. That's the point of all of this as well. More people in to know that. Yeah. And just regarding the pre-order, they are open, of course.
Okay, pre-orders are open in the United States. You can pre-order it through Indie Merch, who handles all of New Skeletal Faces, like online distribution.
Okay.
They have all of our new shirt designs and all of our new merch. And then in the UK, you can order through Burning Shed.
Okay.
And through Europe itself, Season of Mist is carrying the title.
Season of Mist. Okay.
You get Until the Night. Yeah, and that'll help everyone with shipping, because those are more localized options.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah, otherwise it's going to be like that, even 50 euro of from United States to here of a shipment, of course. So that's cool. And then they're going to come out aside the platform, like Spotify and so on. Physical copy, I guess.
Physical and digital.
Yeah, so we have there's the LP, which is this press has our logo and front cover hot stamped in gold foil.
Okay.
Full color jacket. This is going to be the only press to have the gold foil as well. So they all have that, and then a limited number of them are on what's called Starlight vinyl.
Okay.
The plant out of Germany, I believe, are the only ones who offer this, and it's a black, dark blue vinyl that has like kind of like a sparkle in it, where it looks like the night sky.
That's cool. So let's say there is not only new music to look at, but as well to have a piece of collection for collectionists of music and vinyls and LP or whatsoever. That's a cool idea.
The band's very visual. All of our records, we really try to do everything we can to make them, you know, worthwhile.
It's important having as well the visual. It's not only about the music and the sound, there's as well the visual, because that's what people go to see the live in the music video. And when you got vinyls or CDs whatsoever in your hand, that's what we like to see. That's part of the live. So I would say by now we wait the release. So if you're both okay, we come back after, even before the beginning of November or whatsoever, and we just talk about the album and the entire of their song. Because I don't want to reveal nothing, if it's okay for you.
Yeah, sounds good. We'll get you a copy of the record so that you can see it next time we talk.
Of course, thank you. So have a good morning. Have a good morning for you guys. For me, it's dinner time. It's like, I don't know, 8 p.m.
Yeah.
I wish you really was a pleasure meeting you. And finally, you don't. We know, I don't know how long ago has passed since we know each other. It was a really pleasure meeting you, and I wish you all the best. And I know that we will have a lot to talk about the next time about the release and everything. And because I want to know as well how people reacted, we're gonna even maybe react to some reviews of the people. If it's
good.
Would be something nice. So I wish you a good rest of the day. It was really a pleasure, really a pleasure. Still sorry for the delay. It was really a pleasure.
Oh, thank you. We look forward to the next time.
Of course, we can even just later on Instagram whatsoever plan it. So we are already cool. I mean, cool for that. So I wish you a good rest of the day and good congratulations and good luck for everything.
Cheers.
Cheers. I don't have nothing. I have the air conditioner. Cheers. Control. Bye, guys. It was a pleasure.
Bye.
Bye.